Hello and welcome to Nillion. My name is Jinka, and in this tutorial, we're going to build a passwordless login flow using Metamask for identity and Nillion's network user credentials (NUCs) for secure authentication. There are no passwords, just wallet signatures. And in a few minutes, you see how a Metamask wallet signature becomes a decentralized identifier and how to initialize a Nillion session with the NUC SDK. We're going to start from a plain Next.js app, add our required dependencies, set up our Nillion endpoint, connect Metamask, and wire up the entire authentication flow. Now, if you want to follow along, the GitHub link is linked in the description. Let's get into it. So let's start with a quick overview of the entire app we're going to be building. So as you can see here, this is a very simple passwordless login. And the aim of this demo, the entire idea is to empower you to be able to build passwordless login flows for your user dashboards, right? Now we're going to go on ahead and connect. And these are basically the authentication logs. So right now we're creating a root authorization token. And once we have that, we will be minting invocation tokens for the entire 3 NeoDB nodes that we have. So we're going to go on ahead and sign the first signature request and the second one, and that is the last. And now we are successfully authenticated. So what exactly happens from here on out? From here on out, the user is authenticated into the web app, regardless of how complex your infrastructure is. We can visit the user profile. We have access to a custom user profile, and all of this is done using our Metamask wallet address, and we also created a decentralized identity that gives us access into everything Nillion. Right, as you can see, we have 2 collections tied to this builder profile, 0 queries, and so on and so forth. So the goal here is to show you that we can build decentralized, privacy-preserving web applications by making use of Metamask for our decentralized identity and Nillion NUCs for the entire authentication. Now that we have a preview of what we're going to be building, let's actually get into our code base and build this out. Here I have a fully functional Next.js app that is installed and it is ready to go. So the next thing we need to do will be to install all of the dependencies needed. So I'm going to go ahead and install this, and we can move on to talking about how this whole web application comes together. Now, right off the bat, there are a few key things that bring this entire thing together. First off is an active NeoDB subscription. If you don't have one, kindly head over to subscription.nillion.com and get a NeoDB subscription for your wallet address. You need to ensure that you connect your browser wallet and you get a NeoDB subscription for that wallet address. Now, once you have your NeoDB subscription, the second part to all of this is obviously Nillion's NUC SDK. Now, the NUC SDK allows us to do 2 things. One, it allows us to sign typed data, and this is by making use of Metamask as well. And secondly, it allows us to create a decentralized identifier. So what's happening here is NUCs are working very closely with Metamask to give us this really decentralized, privacy-preserving user experience. So a few overview of our code base, focusing on the logic powering all of this. We have our context folder, and we have our hooks folder as well. Now, there are a lot of things happening here, and please feel free to make reference to the GitHub repository. So our config file is where we have our NeoDB nodes URL. We have our NeoAuth URL. We also have our NeoChain and the chain ID as well. This is basically where we house our network config. And then we have our components, which just houses our protected routes, and the app folder that houses our profile page, layout, and page, and so on and so forth. Now, if we head back to our UI, once we log out and we attempt to visit the profile page, we should be sent back to the authentication page. So basically, our routes are protected and we don't have access to it once the user is no longer authenticated. So if we go on ahead and connect our Metamask wallet, generate our root authorization token, mint the invocation tokens for all 3 NeoDB nodes, and this is the 3rd one. Boom, we're authenticated, and we can head back to viewing our profile. And you can think of this as any web app, really. Anything you build, the Metamask wallet handles the identification for the user, NUCs handles the signing and the privacy preserving bit of this entire web application. So all of the links, all of the resources we've made available in the description. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'm looking forward to the really cool things you build from here on out. And that is it. Metamask plus Nillion NUC gives you a passwordless authentication flow with better user experience. There are no password storage, and it is a privacy-first design. You can grab the full code from the repo linked in the description, and remember to activate your NeoDB subscription at subscription.nillion.com before testing. If this was helpful, you can drop a like, leave a comment, and share with a friend. My name is Jinka, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.